What's one thing you think men get wrong about women?
I think the idea that women just are so money driven and money hungry, because that seems
For
to be the
themselves or
thing
from men?
from men. That all I seem to hear lately is women just want money from us. Women just want money from us. Oh, they're gold diggers. Like I just keep hearing it, and I feel like they get it wrong. Like, women are not looking for like a rich man. They're looking for a provider man. Like, it's not about finding. Well, provider man is someone who understands his role. Like, he's fully in his masculine. Doesn't matter if he's like driving a Fiesta or he's driving a Lamborghini, whatever. Like, he is in his masculine and he knows what he has to do to keep that woman. So if he's working hard and he's like getting some form of income, then he knows he should be able to take the woman out. For example, that's bare minimum. You're taking a woman out, you pay for the date.
You say they're not looking for a rich man, but they're looking for a provider man. Surely a rich man is just a incredibly high quality provider. So there's no real difference.
I feel like people think that just because a man is rich, that automatically makes him a high value man. No, because I've met men who are rich and I've not selected them as my partner.
That doesn't mean they're not high value though, just because you didn't choose them.
But it's because they didn't have the qualities that I deem are high value.
I understand that. I agree. Just because a guy has money doesn't mean he's high value.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, money is a reflection of his high value-ness. So there's a big difference in a millionaire who's worked his ass off to be a millionaire and someone who won the lottery.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's not about the money.
Yeah.
But the money is it's a sign of the kind of man he is in a certain aspect of his life. And I think the reason, I agree, women aren't all about money, but the truth is they do care about how much a guy makes. Most women. Yeah. They definitely care.
Yeah.
And that's why guys are like, well, yeah, because here's the thing. It doesn't matter how amazing a character a man is. It doesn't matter. He can have the best personality in the world. Yeah. If he hasn't got his shit going on, you're not going on a date with him.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and I think the reason there's a bit of a shock that men come into when it comes to the whole thing with having finances and women, because we're told through stories growing up through these films that she'll love you for who you are. She'll just love you for your personality. She'll choose you because you're an amazing person. It's not true. Majority of the case, it's not true.
It's not true. It's sad, but it's not true.
And when guys get that shock, they go, fuck these gold diggers.
Yeah.
They're like, why does my money matter if you love me?
Yeah.
Why does my money matter whether you want to connect with me or not? But it does matter.
It does matter. It really does matter. And it's because at the end of the day, women need things in order to feel love, basically. Like, just like men need some things for them to express their love, women need things to express their love. We need emotional security and stability, and then we need financial security and financial stability. That's the only ways we feel safe, and then we can be fully in our feminine energy and be able to express that love that you want from us.
I understand that.
And that sounds really messed up the way I've said that, but it's true.
I understand that. For someone, it's very much the case, and I don't disagree with that. But then the argument is, you already provide the financial for yourself, so why do you need a man to do that for you?
It depends, because, I mean, I don't know. My views are, I don't want to say traditional, because I got a lot of hate for this last time.
Why did you get hate?
Because I said I was a traditional woman, and then people came at me saying, no, you're not a traditional woman because you don't want to submit to a man, blah, blah, blah. But I think what I was trying to say was I would say I'm definitely a modern woman with some traditional values, in the sense that I do expect my man to lead and to protect and to provide. And so, for example, when I get married, I don't really want to be a working mother.
Sure.
That's just my preference. And I know some people might look at me and be like, oh, but why? Why does he have to pay for everything? That's just how I've been raised. And that's...
So I understand that. The argument is that I'm not saying you are,
Yeah.
but this is what we're going to explore.
Okay.
Your traditionals in the ways that benefit you.
I knew that was
So
coming.
it's like you want to receive in a traditional way,
Yeah.
but you only want to give in a contemporary way. You can't have your cake and eat it. So for example, if you're like, I'm traditional where my man pays for my life, fine. But if you want to go somewhere and he says you're not going, you're not going.
Yeah.
You submit to his decisions. You submit to his authority.
Okay.
So in that sense, the next sense is if you're like, I'm traditional that if I go on a date with a guy, he should pick me up, he should pay, he should drop me home. Cool. And you're like, if we're dating, right? If we're dating for a few months, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. But then you give him sex whenever he wants. Because that's being traditional. That's the traditional way. This is what I'm saying. So you have to choose.
Yeah.
You
I don't
can't say,
feel like
want all
I'm
the
comfortable with
benefits.
that. No.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to be like, okay, if I'm going to say I want to receive in a traditional way, you have to be able to give in a traditional way, because there are pros and cons to everything. The pros of being a traditional woman is you're provided for, secured for, and you don't have to stress about the decisions that you make. But it means you submit to his authority, to his decisions. The pros of being a more independent modern woman is you have the freedom to go whatever you want to do. But you can't rely on a man to provide for you.
Why can't there be a balance?
There can be a balance, but like...
Because, for example, you were telling me that I need to submit to this man. Okay, cool. What if
you're
my
saying
man...
yeah.
But what if my man decides something that I feel truly in my heart is like morally wrong? Something that he decided and I don't agree with it.
Okay, so part of choosing a leader is trusting their decisions even when you disagree with them.
Okay, I'm going to give you an example. If I was married to a man, right, and, okay, this is quite extreme, but I'm just going to say it. And my son came home one day and he told me that he feels that he's gay.
Yep.
I feel like because I'm a very open-minded person, like the way that I was raised, like even though I'm Moroccan, I grew up here, like I do still have modern views on things. And that's something that as a mother, like I would listen to my son. Like
Sure.
I would not abandon my son. I wouldn't be like, right, you're no longer our son. But my husband is going to do that.
Okay.
What do we do then?
Well, you choose your husband or your son. Because you chose him.
Because
That's
like,
something you
I don't
should've-
agree with that.
But that's something you should have known before you married him. So if you didn't know that before, one, that's something that should have been part, because we always vet each other, right?
Yeah.
Are you right for me? Do we have the same values? If you're quite open-minded and you have those values and you chose a man who doesn't, you fucked up. So now you have a son who's gay, you have a father who wants to disown him, you have to choose between your husband or your son. Because you shouldn't have chose that man if that was important to you. And I'd say the same for men.
Yeah.
I'd say the same for men. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Pow.